Hello, welcome back to We Are Human. I am Susan Leonardson and Andrea Peer is here, and we have a guest, Turner Leslie, with us today.
Yeah.
And we are so excited to be interviewing him and having him join us because we've known Turner for a while now in our ClickFunnels circle. And Turner has gone. You were like in charge of the affiliate system when you worked at ClickFunnels. You've since left, and I'm gonna let Andrea talk a little bit more about what you're doing now. But you've left, and you've just like gone into like I think it's your sweet spot. It's like your zone of genius, and I think it's just incredible. So welcome to the show today, Turner.
Thanks so
Hey,
much.
yeah.
Super happy to be here.
Okay, so the reason why I'm so excited for Turner to be here is because for two reasons. The first reason is that my journey into ClickFunnels was one where I was having to shed a lot of ego, and I was probably the most insecure, at least publicly insecure, and I couldn't hide it because I like no longer had that defense mechanism. That and I don't even know if you know this, Turner, but there's been so many touch points throughout you and I's connection through ClickFunnels, where even
Mm.
just like engaging with you, where you were in this position of like ClickFunnels and like had all this power and affiliate, and I felt so wildly insecure. But I think going into the We Are Human, you have this incredible ability to be really present and super
Mhm.
accepting of everybody I've ever seen you talk to. Is that intentional, or is that just like how you were how your makeup and like tell me more about that, because it is so the receiving end is amazing.
Well, I will take that as a massive compliment. I just got a little goosebumps going on. I don't know. I've always felt as a relationship person through and through. So, quick story. So, my dad always laughs about this. So, one year, I'll tell this really quick. Um,
Yeah.
my dad took my brother and his friends to a bowling alley when he was really little, and I tagged along. If any of you guys know Jake Leslie in the funnel community, he's
Oh
my
yeah.
brother.
Oh
People are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
I
so
actually
Why have
never
I never
put
made
them
that
together.
connection? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay.
Totally makes sense though.
time, I'm the better looking one. Tell him that, right? But we have so back. This was probably gosh, 1994, 96. I'd say 96. Yeah, I was super little, and my brother was probably, I don't know, 8 years old. So my dad took everybody to a bowling alley, and I tagged along as this little guy in diapers. And we all went to the bowling alley in West Valley, Utah, which is a fun place. And we're at the bowling alley, and this one of the kids dropped his bowling ball, I think, on his foot or whatever, and it was something happened. And my dad kind of freaked out. I was like, "Hey, we got to take him to the urgent care or whatever." So he took all the kids to urgent care, and it was kind of a fiasco. And then he later took them to get cake and ice cream at this ice cream place, and he looked everywhere, and he's like, "Jake, where's Turner?" And I was at the bowling alley. And he like, "Oh no!" Grabbed everyone, took everyone back to the bowling alley, and I was just at the bowling alley. He said I was at the bowling alley with at the bar, sitting next to this old lady, and she was just smoking a cigarette. I was just talking to her. I had just made a friend and a connection back when I was 3, 4 years old. And I don't know. My dad always laughs at that, and he always tells me, "Hey, you're just a good friend to everybody." And I've taken
That's
that my whole life
great.
on to high school, going to new schools, and on to college and meeting someone. And I'm like, hey, if I don't know anyone in the room, I'm gonna make friends because that's just what I love to do. And at the inner circle events and all of the ClickFunnels events, I just made friends, and a lot of people there were super successful. I got pictures with everybody. I just loved meeting new people and having these connections, and I knew that every connection will lead me to some opportunity or just being friends with them. And I hold that to a big, uh, I don't know, an awesome place in my heart, because I know that every connection that we have, being human, right? We are
Yeah.
on this earth to make these connections, and I believe that we have a purpose on earth to do that and to do good on earth. So I know that's a big answer to your question, but
I love
that's
that
why, yeah,
story. So basically, it was like hardwired from birth of my translation of your story. Yeah, go ahead,
perfect.
Susan.
I think
Yes.
that's it's like probably the most valuable skill set to have right now, Turner, because in this like we use the phrase AI obsessed world that we live in right now, or like tech obsessed world. We're seeing a shift happening right now because technology is getting like so advanced and we're using it everywhere. It's replacing relationships in a lot of situations. We're seeing this shift back to the if we talk business for a second, the markets, the customers, they actually want human connection. They're like, wait, I don't want to be talking to your AI bot, like, so having that skill set that you have of just make friends everywhere, and which you do that is your gift. I was just thinking back to the like when we you and Andrea and I were creating our group on Facebook, our geek out group, when that was like what, 4 years
A
ago
long
now.
time ago,
You were one
yeah.
of the first people in that group,
Yeah.
like cheering us on and like watching all the things that we were doing. And it was not your job to be doing that
Mm.
necessarily. I could see how it was a little bit, but
Mhm.
you were just in there rooting us on, and like you were there to help us with whatever we needed. And you didn't really, benefit from that at all other than relationship. And it's just, yeah, it's really cool. We're actually, looking silently at what you do. And because that's where everyone needs to go right now is stop trying to be like content machines
Mm,
and just go make connections and have relationships and talk to people.
Mhm.
hmm Yeah. Just to add to that real quick, when I worked with Russell, ClickFunnels, we had the Drew 100 always on our mind. It's like, hey, who are we going to go after and who are we going to work with? And a lot of times it was like Dream 1000 because there were so many people that we wanted to get with. But what I did was every person that Russell wanted us to go after, I always followed them on social media. And
That's
if
cool.
I was like, scrolling right on social media, I was like, if I'm scrolling, I'm going to see what I can do to help with this, right? And so, or to make this meaningful. And so I would comment on someone's thing or watch their live video or just see that, hey, I'm here, I'm watching. I want to be your cheerleader because, hey, let's see what we can do. Let's see what this connection could be to see what we could do to work together. And so that was a big thing that we did. And then the cool thing is when I would see them in person, I would ask about their family and then ask about them, how they're doing and all that. And they saw that, hey, I truly cared. This bald guy, I had hair back then actually cares about who I am, what I'm doing, and what the future looks like in the relationship. And so I thought that was super meaningful. And a lot of the big time connections that we had were really, really cool. And I was able to be speaker concierge for Russell for a lot of the big time
Mhm.
people that went on stage for FHL. That was super cool because I would meet them and their wives or them and their husbands and it was super cool. And then the next event, I would see them, and then we had this awesome connection. We'd go to dinner and have all that, and still friends with them today. So super cool, super meaningful times.
It's so awesome, and it was definitely felt so appreciated. Okay, Susan made a really good point there of, like, the content machine, and I have to tell you, so, I went onto your YouTube, and I would say in this day and age where YouTube is, like, for entertainment or clear purpose or, like, just this machines of, like, trying to, like, increase viewership and get your golden play, right? I feel like when I go onto your YouTube, it's like how I interact with you in person. It is
Mm,
just this, like, warm welcome, like, the mundane, and I don't mean boring, I just mean, like, the mundane things of life, of, like, you sitting with your son, or, like, you about ready to do a workout and just sharing a little bit, and the interesting thing to me, Turner, about is, like, the way that you do it is, again, it's not like it doesn't feel like a vlog that has a purpose. It really does feel like I'm just kind of entering into your world, and you're, like, relating right there on the camera. So I'm curious, like, what is the intention behind your YouTube channel? Or, like, is it just a pet project? Or yeah, I'm so curious about it.
well, I always want to get back into YouTube and be so much more into it. I know what videos you're talking about. I started doing that about a year ago, and I
Yeah.
actually started vlogs again this week.
Okay.
So gosh, my kids are super cool, and I want to be able to. I didn't want to
Mhm.
do this. I want to make sure that
Love it.
I can be present with my kids forever, right? And so I
Mhm.
want to be able to watch these videos forever. And so all those videos are like day in the life. And then
Oh,
I also want my
um,
kids to be able to see that their dad was like super active. And so they
mhm,
can see an example. And
mhm.
that's basically what it is. And I don't think in those videos I talk about work at all because I don't
No.
want to be like, my dad worked all the time.
Yeah.
No, I don't want no like think that at all. Like I'm at home. I have my home office. Like when they come in, I'm like, okay, come on in. You want to see who's on the camera? So that's the cool thing about it. So the
Yeah.
YouTube thing is like totally passion project. I really want that to be more of life and just have my kids be like, hey, like love the camera and like have those memories. And so I have a YouTube family that I watch every day. They're a fun family in Utah. They're called This Is How We Bing 'Em, and they're kind of like a fun inspiration because they have videos every day. It's super cool. And
Uh-huh.
so that's what it is kind of just like, hey, my life is so cool. And my kids and I have so much fun. Mom tags along sometimes, but we just have so much fun. And that's really what it is. It's like, hey, if you are not having joy in life every second of the day, change it. Let's go. Let's have a blast. So that's kind of what we're doing on the daily.
And it's felt. I mean, in every single one of the videos that I watched, it's like your joy factor and your presence and that warmth again that like we experience when we interact with you in person, Turner, it is felt in the videos. And I
Mhm.
was like,
Right.
that's why it's like even before I learned, before the podcast, kind of what you have going on, which we'll transition to in a second, it was like I feel like you are such an exemplar of what it means to be human. And I think part of humanness is the emoting. I think part of humanness is the connection, the care and the compassion for other people. I think part of humanness, the other one that you do really well is faith. I think divinity is what makes us uniquely human, whatever your beliefs are, but that divine connection is feels like it's an important part of being human. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, for sure. The faith side of it is huge. Um, I've always been super connected to my faith, and I want everyone to see it. That's totally fine. Like I go to the temple here in town once a week, and my kids are strong with our faith, and my wife is super strong as well. And I don't care what your faith is, just have faith in something, in a supreme being, or faith in whatever you hold close to. I think that's super huge. I think we all need to make sure that we have a purpose. We believe in a purpose. Um, while we're on this earth, because it's like, hey, if you're just
Mhm.
doing your thing, come on, have some faith in what you do in life, because I think that really leads you in life throughout your years,
Yeah.
because I think that's huge. And don't hide your faith, share it with others on the
Mhm.
daily. And hey, we have the social media to share that as well, and so I think that's super cool. And I will hold strong to my faith until the day I die, because I know that it'll lead me along. And yeah, super super strong in that. And I think it's so cool. My wife is the same way, um, and we're teaching our kids to do that too. And we have a baby coming like
I
next.
know it's
This is
so soon.
So soon.
so
Oh my gosh.
we
I
have
think your countdown is the same as our countdown, except for we're birthing like a stage baby and you're birthing an actual baby.
yeah. Susan's like, do you want to come to our event? I was like, yes, I do. And I was like, wait, I think we're having a
Oh,
baby
wait.
that day. And so
We're having a baby.
yeah, yeah. So super cool. And I hope that I think something that's really cool is like living your faith is an example thing. I don't think you need to like tell everyone about your faith. They just need to feel it through your actions as well. So hope that makes
Yeah,
sense. But
it
I think
does. Yeah.
cool.
So I'm curious, words of wisdom. If you were to be teaching someone the kind of Turner view of the world and people in general, especially because you are so good at connecting with people, what do you think are the things that help us connect to one another? Like, what are those connectors?
Ooh, that's a good question. Have a good friend. His name's Chaz Wilson, and he has this community, and they talk about connection and lots of stuff. I'm trying to remember the acronym that he has. It just lost my brain, but um, oh gosh, it'll come to me. But
Okay.
he talks about, when you meet someone, it's like, um, you know, building that connection, because in every connection or relationship, when we meet someone, we can always build on connection, right?
Right.
And it's like, Andrew, if I was to meet you on the street, if we hadn't met, we'd go to Funnels, and that, and Susan as well, we go to Funnels and we talk about tech and all that. We'd nerd out, right?
Hmm.
And then it it always leads to an opportunity, right? Not that it's like, hey, you're looking for an opportunity, let's work together, but it's always building that connection. So if you were to walk in a room, like say a networking event or some kind of event, and just be able to walk up to someone and have that connection with them and see how you can help each other out, I think that's the
Hmm.
biggest thing. So many people, in business are like, oftentimes you'll see people that will kind of hide at events, like, so,
That
like,
was
I don't
me. That was
really,
me.
which
And
is
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
not a bad thing, right? But being worried to talk to someone, or you're like, I don't know, if I have something to give or whatever, you totally do. And so being able to just talk to someone like, hey, I really like your hair, or like, hey, I heard you do this in business. I would love to see how we can connect. Like, hey, would you like to, go to lunch and see how we can, connect or whatever? I think
Hmm.
that I would say never be afraid to talk to someone, because the potential is crazy to see what you can do. I don't know if that makes sense, but like
It does.
being able
Yeah.
to build on that is huge, because you may be sitting next to someone that you could, build a business together. Like Susan and Andrew, if you guys hadn't met, can you believe that? Like if you guys
Yeah.
hadn't met,
Wild. Yeah.
so many lives wouldn't have been blessed, and so many businesses, so many funnels, and so many systems wouldn't have connected. But you guys were able to build that connection, and right, so
Yeah.
super
So true.
cool. So never be afraid of opportunity. I guess that's
Okay,
what
so
it
if I'm
boils.
I love that. So, okay, if I'm gonna sum up what you just said, I sum it up as, don't be afraid to initiate and extend a genuine invitation of curiosity is what
Yes,
I would translate that to. And I, again, can firsthand attest, I've been on the receiving end from that from you, of being in this ClickFunnels room, not wanting to talk to anybody, feeling super insecure. And I think you were probably one of the first persons that actually came up and did exactly that. And it like
good
gave me this like breath of like, I can talk to people. I'm okay. It was just it was such a gift. It was such a gift. Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
And
Yeah, go.
I was just gonna say, the more you do it, the better you become at it.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
just leave that in there as well.
Yeah. All right. So sometimes being able to describe what it is helpful, but I think sometimes also being able to describe what it's not is equally helpful for people. So I'm not asking for a name, but I want you to think of like where your typical approaches, right, and your typical ways like didn't work. Like it did not like you could not connect, you could not get through to this person. There was like you just couldn't do it. Can you think of a time that happened? And what was it? What stopped it?
Because my perfect answer would be like, no, I've always been able to connect with everybody.
Well,
um,
I would not be surprised if that was actually your answer because 'cause you're so good at it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
let's see. Maybe just like, so you're saying like a connection that just did not work in the long
Or like
run,
you
and
just
just
couldn't yeah, you just couldn't get through to the person. Like you were doing the invitation, you were doing the initiation, you were doing the genuine curiosity, and it wasn't happening, like you just couldn't it didn't have that same like, "Oh, we found a spot," or, that you normally can do, I think, in conversations.
yeah, for sure. So, and I won't name names, but
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
someone in a past company that I wanted to really connect with, that it just did not work out. And I think that the whole human aspect, because I think when connection happens, both sides gotta, put in the effort, right? Just like in any marriage, friendship, you gotta put in the same, kind of effort, really. And
Yeah.
for me, I just want to be human. Like, right? We can talk about business, but I also want to talk about food, what you nerd out about. and also what you do on the weekends, right? But this person was just so stiff, and I just couldn't break the wall. And that was really hard for me. That's when I kind of like break down and be like, does this person not like me? Like, what in the world? And I'm totally cool with confrontation, 100% all day.
Yeah.
Confrontation, all good. Let's just talk it out because I want to be your buddy. And if we can't
Mhm.
be buddies, then dang it, we screwed up here. And that person I still haven't been able to connect with today. Um, but one day I'll crack it, and that's how it goes. And
Yeah.
I think there's no time where you have to be like super stiff or super professional,
Yeah.
because I mean that professionalism is there, but at the same time it's like, hey, let's see how we can connect and do our thing.
Yeah.
So
We
I'm always
oftentimes
in my car.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, we oftentimes talk on the show of, the places where we actually connect as humans are actually in our uglies and our warts and our not this is who I am persona, but in the like this is my like effed upness, over here. And that's how we actually connect is in that
Well,
ugly.
and even in those small things, right? It's um we have this same interest, the same hobby, the same thing that we do on the weekends that we love, and because so many people in the world are looking for reasons to argue with other people for some reason, I don't know why.
Yeah,
If you can just find like one thing that you have in common with another person, actually see them as a human now, not just as someone that I need to, be confrontational with or keep my distance from. It's like there's like we're friends now, even though it's just like that one thing that we have in common.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. Yeah.
for sure. Like with my oldest, well, with all my kids, I try to find what they're interested in and nerd out all day long. Like my oldest loves Pokemon Go right now, so we will walk the neighborhoods, do our thing. He loves it, so I love it. And then my youngest son loves basketball. So we shoot our hoops on the 3 foot hoop, and we do our thing. And I think that's super big. If you're a father right now, you need to be interested in what your kids are interested in,
Oh,
for
so true.
sure. So if you're
So
not,
true.
start today. Um, because that's huge. And I think that's the same thing in business, just like Susan said. Doesn't matter who you are, we can find something that we geek out in or nerd
Mhm.
out in, because we're human and we do that. And so and we can find that connection that it's like, hey, are you still doing that? Oh, that's so cool. And we can talk a year from now and still have that connection that is super powerful.
Yeah, it is. It's like these micro moments. I was just to share, so I was on a call with a client and it was like our Facebook ads person and the client, and the Facebook ads person has like this like race car in the background, this like race car simulator thing. I don't know. It's a game. I don't know. Anyway, and anyway, so the client was like at the end of the call, right? Like we're trying to wrap up and it's like kind of business as normal, you know what I mean? And like we're on a schedule and the client's like, "Hey, can I just ask one question?" He's like, "Is that a?" And then they started I don't even know what they said, but they were like just geeking out. And then the client like pulls up this like helmet of the like driver who like it had some connection to that thing. It was like the coolest connection. It was just like, I don't know, just watching it unfold between the two of them. It was just like this moment of connection and like attracts like, or just the like, it's like you're being reflected back to yourself in another. And that's such a warm and welcoming thing, I think, for us as humans. um,
For sure.
Gosh,
'Cause
cool.
that's what we used to do with the Dream 100 as well. I still do that today. When we would find someone and that we really needed to connect with. I think it was either Blake Newbar or was it Blake? I can't remember, but they were doing really awesome as an affiliate, and we found that they love this football team, and so we found a cornhole set that had that on it,
Oh, cool.
and the other things, packaged it up, looked really nice, and sent it to them. They're like, "How did you know I like that football team? This is the coolest thing ever." And from that time on, we knew we had I can't remember if it was Blake, but we had him. Like, it was so good. Cost us $150, but we knew we had him, and
Oh,
the
that's
Christopher
fun.
Voss is really good at that.
Yeah.
But you can put some time to really understand that person, you
Yeah.
got on forever, and they will tell everybody about that, put it on social media. That's really what you're looking for, and getting to know that person as well. But that goes a really long way, and it's super meaningful. So it's super
Yeah.
cool.
So do you have okay, so I'm gonna shift a little bit into business now because like that is like your day to day is exactly these business relationships. And
Hmm.
I'm so curious first to learn more about like how do you approach that from a business standpoint? And then I want to learn actually about what you guys do more too. So but like how do you have, like so Christopher Ross was on and he talked about having like a what did he call it? Like an intel sheet basically on like every person or
Oh, cool.
and he goes to like antique shops and he's like looking for something that's like super weird and random or yeah. How do you do it?
Yeah. So I'll kind of tell you how I've done this ever since ClickFunnels days,
Yeah.
and then we'll kind of go into to Mailbox Power. But
Yeah.
I love Excel sheets or spreadsheets, Google Sheets. And so what I've done for the longest time is I've had a way of doing this, and I separate it into sheets. So I have um like an all-star list, a B, well, like I have it like an
Nice.
A list, B list, and C list of people I'm going after. And
Okay.
so what I'll do is I will compile my list, have the names, the emails, the addresses, and social media and notes. It's super old school in sheets, right?
I love it.
But I will put in the notes like this person likes the Buccaneers, or this person has pictures of their family everywhere, or they
Mhm.
really like books, you know, or things like that. I'll have this in the notes for when we need to go after them for launches, things like that. And
Yeah.
so yes, the big names, the kind of medium names, and then the easy people to go after. So that's been huge. And I always add to that list. Like if I see something on social media, I'm like, oh, this person's getting big and they have 1 million followers, add them to the top tier list. So that's how I've always done it. And then if I can find that physical address and make sure and add it to there. And you got to keep those new, and Christopher Voss is the key at that. So he's
Yeah.
one of my best friends. I love that guy.
He
But
is.
that's how I do it. And often I will, be on social media and I will add to that notes list. So on my phone, I'll see that they're doing this and a quick add to the notes list, things like that. So
Mm.
that's how I do it. So if you're wondering about, hiring an affiliate manager, it's kind of the process. And then just being able to reach out to those people often. I'll show you in Mailbox Power how we do that monthly, if not, annually, birthdays, things like that. Um, because with these people, you got to stay top of mind with them and show that you really care and show that you're not like, just trying to get to them one time. And that's it, because it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of how I do it.
Ah, okay, and so now if you're helping, because I know mainly you help on the affiliate, which is more of a I'm either talking up, right? Someone who is in a just a different position than me in life, or I'm talking lateral, right? Or somebody who's like an influencer. Would any of that change if you were talking like to a customer? To a I know you mainly do B2B, but like your businesses use Mailbox Power to talk to customers. Do you see any nuance difference in those types of interactions or connections?
Yeah, I often will make the connection relationship first, and then it leads to affiliate.
Mm,
Because I often see, like, I have my affiliate framework of talking about audience communication and follow up.
mhm,
I've just narrowed it down to that's how it rolls. We
mhm,
talk about how they can. We talk about kind of who they are, and if I find that they're a good fit for affiliate, I'm like, okay, I put them in this pool, and then if
mhm,
they're a good fit for affiliate, we talk about who their audience is.
mhm,
Do they have email list, social media, or is it word of mouth? It's kind of like those three that we kind of go after.
okay.
And then from there, we talk about, what affiliate links they're going to send. And then we talk about how they're going to communicate. So I provide, email copy for them as well as text messages, and then follow up. Okay.
Mm,
How are we going to follow up with them? How are we going to make it natural and that sort of thing?
mhm,
So the whole human aspect happens before the affiliate stuff happens. Because if you're
mm,
asking for these people to be an affiliate for you, it's kind of like, hey, will you do this for me? But the relationship thing happens first.
Mhm.
That's a very natural thing that leads to the affiliate, right? Because
Mhm.
like, hey, we have this awesome relationship now. Hey, also, I want to make you a lot of money. You are doing really awesome, with your reach out and doing that. Do you want to make some awesome money monthly doing this? And it's like, oh yeah. So, the natural way helps way better than just saying, hey, can you do this for me?
Yeah, right, and just kinda and what I'm hearing is, like, or that's just organic growth of the relationship
Organic
is so
growth.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, tell us more about Mailbox Pro because to me, you guys are in the business of human. Like, I don't think it gets any more human touch than what you guys do. So tell us a little bit of how you do that, and yeah, what is it exactly?
for sure. And I'm going to show you this. Is
Love
this going to be listened to or also seen as well?
both. So for the people who are
Okay.
listening, you'll articulate what's on the visual. Yeah,
Yeah. I will paint a
And
picture.
And
cool.
and and if you're listening to this on the podcast right now, go to wearehumanshow.com and the video version of this will be on there.
Yay.
Perfect. Okay, and I will do my best to paint a picture. Remind me if I'm not. But
Okay.
okay, to tell a quick story of how I got to Mailbox Power. So when I was at one of the award ceremonies for Funnel Hacking Live, um, which is absolute chaos because you've got thousands of people coming to do their awards, and it's like so many people want to walk the stage. And this is for
Mhm.
ClickFunnels. Right? Um, People are like, "Hey, I got $1 million using ClickFunnels. Can my mom walk the stage with me?" It's like, "All right, she can't, but she will watch you and she'll take pictures of you." Because people are like, "Can my entourage come with me?" They have like 20 people come in, like, "No, but you can watch the stage while I walk the stage." And so craziness. And we had like 6 different awards. So yeah, it was crazy.
It
So
is crazy. I've been in that back room and I can firsthand
yeah,
attest it is mayhem. Like it is yeah.
you guys could like just stand there forever and
Yeah.
just to walk the stage that this crazy moment that you've been waiting years for and you finally hit that. So
Yeah.
good work. But yeah, I was in one of the rooms and this guy walked up to me and he goes, hey, I know you, but you don't quite know me. I was like, okay, a lot
Okay,
of people,
creeper.
yeah, right? And his name was Brad Quintana, super awesome guy. He said, hey, um, he said, "Your dad actually coached me in football when you were, like, in diapers." And I was like,
Oh
"Oh,
my
that's
gosh.
cool." It's like, "So that's why you don't know me." But he's like, "Hey, we have an awesome software where we're able to send out customized, gifts and cards to be able to send them out for people to have funnels and all that." Like, "Oh, cool." And he's like, "Yeah, come see our facility next time in your that you're in Utah." And so I was like, okay, cool. So I got them to walk the stage. And then like 3 months later, I went to see their facility and saw them open up their $10 million award for ClickFunnels. So that was super cool. But I walked in, I was like, dang, this place is awesome because they have a whole facility, packaging everything for people and their customers and all that. And it kind of felt like home. I was like, this is cool. Because I was doing Dream 100 for Russell and or just like Dream 1000, right? And it took forever because we'd have to go on Etsy, customize the gifts, send it to us. Took about a month, find a card. That took another week, take it to the post office, send it out. It just took forever. But with Mailbox Power, we had the whole catalog already ready to go. We could send it out and it was super easy. So again, yeah, I'm now at Mailbox Power, loving life. And it was such a fun transition, smooth transition from ClickFunnels to Mailbox Power. So
I love
real
that.
quick, I'll kind of show you what we do. So we understand that, there's so many busy business owners out there that they really don't have the time to you know, package gifts, send them out, do all this thing. So we're like, hey, instead of, doing all this or hiring somebody for $80,000 to $90,000 a year to do this, just have Mailbox Power do it for you. And it's super easy. So we did a little Dream 100 with our good friend, Jim Edwards. We love this guy. I love some of this
Nice.
automation. So wanted to do a fun webinar with Jim, and Jim was like, "This is so cool." And so what we did is we did a whole drip with his stuff. So we got a mug. We put his logo on it. People love our mugs. They're super easy to customize. This was just a funny line that Jim said when we were talking to him one day. I don't really know where it came from,
Read it
but
for the audience.
sorry. Keep on reminding me because I might forget. So on the left, it has his new logo, and then on the other side of the mug, it says, "This isn't some stupid mocha cappuccino frappadoodle." And so the dude loves his coffee, and so we want to make sure that he had it, and we want to make sure he got a mug from us that he wouldn't throw away because it's got his logo on it, and so super cool.
Nice.
We also did a card, and we made it funny. It says, "Jim, every legend needs a signature mug. This one is yours, whether you're sipping coffee, tea, or something top secret. Consider this your official fuel for greatness. Oh, and keep an eye on your mailbox. Something else is coming soon."
Ooh,
And
that's
so
cool.
he's like, "Oh, what's
Good open loop.
next?" This was like
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to work with him, right? So we send out customized t-shirts as well. And so
Okay.
it has his logo at the top, copy and content AI. And then we did some lightning bolts, and then it has the Mailbox Power logo underneath.
Nice.
And this one's we'll read this too. "Now that you've got the perfect mug, it's time to dress for success. This shirt is proven by absolutely no scientist to boost your confidence. Wear it proudly. Great things are happening, and just when you think it can't get any better, something else is coming."
So
And so
good.
then we sent him our brownies. We send out 10,000 brownies a month.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Actually, just took these to Steve Larson's event a month ago,
Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
and they were eaten in the first few days. It was awesome. So
That's
these
awesome.
brownies say specifically made for Jim Edwards. Says, "Let's be real," for Mrs. Edwards. His logo on it and says, "Jim, at this point, you've got the mug and the look. Now it's time to satisfy the sweet tooth. These brownies are packed with so much goodness, they should probably come with a with a warning label." Lastly, and let me show you this too. So this automation, are sent 6 days apart, and so
Okay. Okay.
automatically done. So the first one is 6 days, next one 6 days, next one 6 days.
This
Last
is
one,
so cool, Turner.
It
right?
is.
Last one says, "We thought, what's better than Jim Edwards? The answer is Jim Edwards. As a cook, enjoy this sweet masterpiece. You've officially made it." Last one is picture, or it's actually a with edible icing on it of Jim Edwards' face. So you can actually eat this cookie.
Oh my gosh,
So
that's so
Hilarious.
super
cool.
cool.
So give us a little bit of the context of like when, like, what is the purpose of this campaign for someone like Jim Edwards?
Mhm. So we actually did a joint webinar with him, and what we wanted him to do is he actually wore this T-shirt on the webinar. So
Mm.
it was super cool. The cool thing about this is people were able to see this on the webinar. So him opening the brownies, and he also posted on social media. It's like, "You guys thought that direct mail was old school? It totally worked for me." So he opened it up and saw each box, and people were like, "This is the coolest thing ever." And he's got the Dan Kennedy, the lumpy mail with all of his users as well. And
Yeah.
people like totally dove into this and loved it. Um, and the cool thing with it is we just quick made some designs, and that's all. We just hit send, and then our
Mhm.
facility sends it all out. Our staff there kills it and does really awesome. So
I
yeah,
love this.
really cool.
One of the things that I know for me when Andrea and I have thought about like, oh, we should like really send our clients stuff or send, our Dream 100 stuff, but I always got hung up on a false belief that
Ah,
oh, well, that's going to cost a ton of money, or we're going to have to like go buy bulk of something to like if we wanted to send all of our customers something.
mhm.
And it's gonna take forever to personalize that because buying bulk is not personalized. So how are you gonna and this that you just showed and how you can just you can create an automation around it is really brilliant. And it makes it so easy. Like you just eliminated that false belief from my mind.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. I'm so glad you brought that up because what we do is all on demand. So the cool thing about it is we didn't have to buy 10 of these Jim Edwards mugs, just one. And we don't have to buy 30 of these Jim Edwards shirts in large and then some in small and some in whatever size. Because only you just buy one, it's all automated with that direct, easy way to do it too. I want to show you one more thing too. Um, with some other designs. Oh, I'm going to go over here to our saved projects.
And Turner, really quick, another question is, so I'm a
Yeah.
big believer that any software out there, the heartbeat of the founder is what's felt on the other end by the consumer. And so I'm curious, the person who created this, because I am not familiar with this, what was the original intention? Like,
Mm,
what was the hope for the world in making this?
yeah.
the creator of
Um,
Mailbox Power, is that what you're
Yeah,
asking?
yeah, yeah.
so we actually have been around for almost 9 years and our company is killing it. The cool thing about this, and I'll go into the founder as well, is no one will compete with us.
Yeah.
Not one company, because we have a massive facility in Utah where we have multi-million-dollar machines. So machines that are printing on our mugs and doing our postcards. So we do free and limited postcards. You just pay the postage. So also, you can buy a list from us too, because Russell's always like, build your list, build your list. Well, you can build your list with us in 10 minutes. You can have 1 million people on your list and their
Huh.
physical addresses. Super cool.
Wow. Wow.
And and you can send a postcard to all of them that has our dynamic QR code. They scan that thing and you get notified. You get a text every time it gets
Ooh,
scanned.
cool.
So that
Yeah.
way you get them to say, "Tell me more," Steve
Yeah.
Larson, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And
Yes.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
really cool as well. So Justin Biggs, our founder, and our CEO Brad Quintana, they just said they got in this mindset of we need to help businesses to be able to connect with their people all year long and make it easy and not have what Susan said is like, oh, we really got to send stuff to our customers, but it's going to take forever. That's like so much. And
Yeah.
so, um, our, look at this, our, um, our founder and Brad Quintana came out with this book called The Per Method. And
Oh,
so
okay.
prospecting, recognition, retention, reputation, and referrals. And so like, hey,
Okay.
we can really help people out to be able to do this and make this happen. And we've been doing it for almost 9 years. And we have real estate agents, insurance agents, dentists, and people that really can't package stuff all day long to send to their customers and clients. And
Huh.
we do this ourselves. We actually send this book to all of our new customers. And after they get onboarded, because all of our customers get onboarded because we want to take care of them. And we send them a brownie, we send them a book so they can really touch and feel what we do, because it really makes a huge difference. So yeah,
That's
our
amazing.
founders really care because we do the same thing. We use it for our business too.
Yeah.
It's
It's
brilliant.
very much of
And
the first of all, I have the book in my library. I can't wait. It also reminds me of the giftology concept, right?
Andrea is kind of learning as we're going through this interview more of like what you're doing, and where this is almost like a catch-up session for us.
Yeah.
I feel a little ashamed, Turner, because I knew you were doing this, but I did not understand the power of this. And
Mhm.
I'm just really excited that you got to just talk about that and show it. And guys, if you are listening to the podcast, just go watch the last bit of this interview
Yeah.
on video so you can see what that
Yeah.
was about.
Yeah.
But it fits the concept of what we are talking about
Mhm.
on this show all the time. We are human, and how do we use technology to make us more human? And
Yeah.
that is like the perfect example of how we can leverage technology to facilitate and strengthen our human relationships. And it's just like the perfect combination. I'm so glad that we got
Yes.
to talk to you today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I think even
and
oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I just would say to add to that, every business owner is busy. If you're a business owner and you're like, I'm not very busy, you're probably not running your business very well.
Yeah, so
Like,
true.
um, adding that human aspect of it it, Mailbox Power is kind of like that superpower. So what we do is you can have one of our customized journals has like a really nice leather feel to it, and you can put like your logo on it or a nice saying. And a lot of companies will do that like at events and stuff, but we can also dynamically add the name at the bottom. So it has
Mhm.
like, every person that comes to the event will have a nice journal with the name at the bottom. So it's like they're never throwing that thing away, right?
Yeah.
And then, like if someone was maybe coming on, I gotta show this real quick. If
Yeah,
Let's do
every
do it.
paint a picture too, if everyone was coming on your podcast and you wanted it to look really nice, you want to say, "Hey, thanks for joining us," and have your logo on
Oh, nice.
right there and have a nice card to it. Yeah, just making it super nice. There's lot more of that coming. But yeah, like you are so busy as a business owner, let's just take this off your plate and we'll just customize it. So in your onboarding call, Addie, our onboarding agent, put all your contacts in the system that you want to send to, makes all your first send ready to go. So that way you don't have to touch it ever again. Like my good friend Stephanie Dove Blake, she's been using us for years, and I think like 6 years now, and she helps out chiropractors. And
Yeah.
every year these chiropractors get their gift in the mail. They say,
Yeah.
"Thanks so much, Stephanie." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I set that up forever ago. It just does its thing." So yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
so busy, but we got to stay human. So let's let this tech do it for us and still keep it automated and personal. So kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think
cool.
there's two other pieces too, just even the automation that you showed us is that even just the handwritten, I mean, I know it's generated by a computer, but the handwritten part, right, is the feeling of it is like it came more from a human. And the hyper personalization at scale is I think what you're
Mhm.
giving people, which again is I think very, it's hard to do unless you have technology to help you to be able to do it. And so, yeah, super cool. We cut you off. Did you have one other one that you wanted to show us, Turner, in the last little bit that we have here?
Um, let's see. I got, let's see. I'll
And
share
I have
you.
to say for the viewers, and if you're not seeing it, again, just a testament to who Turner is and the warmth and the dad. He has this bracelet on that says dad, I think, which is just super cool, which I'm guessing your kids made. But it's
My
just it's
he
awesome.
he's a little entrepreneur. He makes these bracelets. I often
Uh-huh.
say, "Yeah, what are you doing today?" I think I got to make bracelets. He says, "Susan wants one, so I better make one, and Nana wants one, so I better make her a bracelet." So,
Love it.
That's awesome.
um, yeah, so like really cool things we do, and like some stuff possible with magnetic marketing,
Oh,
because
yeah.
and Kennedy loves his direct mail, right? Oh, this is
Yeah.
really
Mhm.
cool. Imagine magnetic marketing and having your
Yeah.
name here at the bottom or like a fun saying.
Mhm.
Nice.
And then we do plenty of business cards, brochures, um, really cool things like
Golf
this.
balls. That's awesome.
Austin Armstrong, we did
Yeah, we
his
Yeah.
do know. Yeah, of
Yeah.
syllabi. Yep.
fill mine. Yep. So I sent that to him and a nice journal to him as well.
That's awesome.
And
That's really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
it
I
was
love like
super.
the logo, everything is personal.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like to get things that are personalized to people, especially if you're just getting it one item of that one of the thing that's personalized, it costs so much money everywhere else. But I'm looking at
Yeah.
the prices on the screen as you're showing things and I'm like, this is stupid. Like everyone needs to be using this.
Yeah.
Yes, so true. And then like a nice custom blanket with your family's name on it. That's
Oh, that's
right. Then
cool.
I can get rid of that. And then like
Yeah.
uh Robbie Blanchard, I sent
Oh,
this to him. He loves it. So Robbie's team, they send anyone that comes into their mastermind. I mean, people are paying a good amount of money for his mastermind. So I got on with his assistant, and now she's like pro Mailbox Power. She just sends out a ton of stuff. So people pay a good amount of money for Robbie's mastermind, and he sends them, $20 box that has some goodies in it. And he's like,
Mhm.
of course, if they're paying me that much money, I'm going to send them a nice box, right?
Mhm.
And
yeah.
so really cool thing too.
Yeah.
So I geek out about this stuff, just like you
Uh,
guys would do with funnels and all that. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's awesome. Kind of
Yeah,
fun.
it's like these really cool little human touches. Oh, so cool. All right, Turner, in the last little bit here, as we wrap up, if someone wants into your world, they want to connect with you, they just love you as a human and they want to experience what we experience when we talk to you, how do they find you? How do they connect?
Yes, come find me on Instagram. It's My @ is it's Turner Leslie. You might see a lot of family stuff from me, but that's okay. That's who I am. And I like to show off. I do a lot of funny reels. You'll see some funny stuff on there. But I also just show fun connections too. And I show a ton of our Mailbox Power facility and what we do and a lot of fun connections. You'll see a lot of pictures of me with fun connections. Um, and that's awesome as well.
Was that
And
actually
then,
Jim Carrey, by the way?
no, wasn't that
Oh my,
hilarious?
I really thought it was. I was
Yeah.
like, what is he?
That's because of
Oh,
the whole Jim Carrey getting his award thing, and everyone's like, "That's not Jim Carrey," because it
Oh,
didn't look quite like him.
oh,
And so everyone's making like their AI versions of like, "It's because
oh.
Jim Carrey was with me." I saw that too, Turner. It was awesome.
That's
It looks
hilarious.
I,
so real.
I
It
sort of
does.
stole that from Austin Armstrong. But
Yeah.
if anyone's watching,
Yes. It's like I was amazed. I really thought it was real. I was like, "What?" I was like, "What are you doing now,
oh,
Turner?"
thanks ChatGPT for making that picture because it looked really good. But
Love it.
yeah,
Oh, that's
just so
awesome.
much fun and just showing off what we do. So also go to Mailbox Power. What we do is brilliant, but also we'd love to help you and help you promote. So with all of our users, we help them to sign up 5 people with their affiliate link. So that basically pays for their monthly account. It's great. So we're going to help you with the whole strategy behind that too. So it's super nice, easy way to do that too. So mailboxpower.com. But I'll also hop on a Zoom call with you and show all that good stuff too. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
definitely.
Amazing.
sure that Andrea and I will be affiliates soon. So
Yep.
check the description of wherever you're watching this for
Sold.
our affiliate
Yes.
Yeah,
link.
awesome affiliate.
Yes.
Let's do it
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
So
Amazing.
awesome. Yeah. Just thank you so much for being on with us, Turner. And we do, I think you kind of answered this, but we do ask every guest at the end of the interview this question. And I have a feeling that we know the answer already just because you've talked about a lot of things that you do already. But what is something that you do daily to make sure that you're staying grounded and human and just connected in?
I think you just got to kind of take care of yourself. Mark Stern talked about this as well. He just kind of changed who he was a few years ago, and that
Yep.
helped out a ton. I take care of myself. I recently go in the sauna and I just sit there,
Ooh.
no technology at all because that kind of scares me. Um, because the other day I had my watch on, I was like, "Hey, this is overheating. It's going to turn off in 2 seconds." But I just kind of meditate lately, and it's been huge, and move my body and take care of myself. Just been doing a lot of that lately. I was talking to Eric Thane. He and I met at the gym. Well, I just saw him at the gym the other day, and he said over the last year he's just been taking care of himself. I was like, I've been trying that too, and it's been awesome. And just really enjoying life and enjoying the people that are around me. I just feel so blessed in that. So yeah, take care of yourself. Go touch some grass, go walk around and do your thing. And business, that'll come, right? Business is its thing. You take care of yourself, business will follow. I think those are some wise words that just also just one quick thing too is just forget the small stuff that you can't control and take care of yourself.
Hmm.
That's big.
Yeah,
Wise
nice
words.
words.
Wise words.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
being with
you.
us, Turner.
Thanks, Turner. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll wrap up. Thank you everyone who is listening to this episode. If you like this with Turner and this interview, go listen to other episodes. We've been interviewing some incredible people. Andrea and I dive into some topics on our own as well. wearehumanshow.com will get you to where you can watch the episodes. Go subscribe on whatever podcast app you have and share it with people. We would love to just continue this conversation and really get people to understand, like, if you're feeling like you're losing a little bit of sense of human connection in this world of tech, there's people out here like us and like Turner who are still striving to have human connection. So share it with others. And with that, stay human and stay connected.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.